What is up, dog? Where's the...
There was a gorilla house, then there was the rumble house. Now there's the Isle of Roux, where no one can tell us what to do.
Number 48. Whoopee!
That's so close to 52.
What day will 50 be on?
So, let's look at the calendar.
Because we can get a cake for
48,
on Christmas.
49, 50 will be on the 17th.
Oh, isn't that fortuitous?
Mm-hmm. And then 2 weeks later, on 52, it's going to be New Year's Eve, which
so we'll
is
celebrate number 50 because that's a milestone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we'll celebrate
1 year of being online.
1 year of the Isle of Roux.
Yeah. Oh, we could get cake for every week.
I was thinking that. Actually, the cake you make is
Let's bake
nice.
a cake for every week. We've been making pumpkin spice cake.
You can have some.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Your scream was the cutest.
Whoa, whoa,
There's paper towel there. Can you? Oh, it's careful. There's.
Paul McCartney.
Can you get the paper towel? You're just making sounds.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
The camera's gone fuzzy. I can't think of what's touching water though. We're all about to go up in flames. What, is it touching that part of the computer? No, not yet.
Nothing.
Fire hazard. I don't know why you thought this towel would help. This towel does not help. We need a proper towel.
It totally helps. It's better than you making sounds.
I'm starting to feel a little bit bullied. Did I splash on the lens? I think I did. Look at it. Like the camera's on.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is not the proper way to do it. Can you? I need
over?
something. Like my cloth is right there.
What do you mean your cloth?
Right there. Yeah, thanks. I hope nobody from the camera store is watching.
Then they just splash water willy-nilly.
Oh, man. It's like another universe now. I am confused why that would make the screen foggy. I'm just going to turn this baby off. And then I'm going to turn it back on. Come on, you. Oh, it's back. Whoa. Did I splash the camera? Is that possible? Because there's a weird, like a loop. All right, whatever. Yeah, there's a weird glitch in there now.
Never a dull
What's touching?
moment.
Is this touching water?
No, it didn't get back there. We stopped it in time.
Huh. Does the camera just work? Look at, like, did you see my fingers there? What's that glitch?
Maybe it's the actual universe glitching.
I don't think you're funny.
The Creator gifted us with this land that we are blessed to share and care for together. We acknowledge that the land we gather on will consist is the ancestral territory of the Siksika, Sitapi, the Siksika, the Gaina, the Piikani, and the Amskapi Piikani. We acknowledge all First Nations and Métis of Treaty 7 lands, the Tsuut'ina, the Ithkabi, which includes Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Goodstoney. We commit to advancing reconciliation guided by truths, respecting treaty laws, and humbly walking alongside First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. We recognize all who live, work, play, and make art on these lands and who now call this place home. We are very grateful to be here tonight.
The Christmas Sunday way.
Sure.
This guy's gonna burn down the house tonight too.
Burning down the house.
Yeah, that's crazy. Something weird's happened with that camera.
I love this little detail of the thing coming in.
Yeah. That's nice.
Everything's going to be fine.
Okay.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Kelly. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Woke up this morning, rising sun. Say, this is my message to you.
What are we going to do for screen here tonight? Want to do this?
Show your things, and then I can show my things when I get something going.
If you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Oh, look at this.
I'm going to go through these New Yorker cards, looking for some inspiration. Okay, couple things. I'm starting to stockpile up some. Paintings because we don't have a gallery anymore, and because of that, I start to get stressed out. So what I was going to propose is, and I think you're interested in this, as you and I are going to make dinner and exhibit some artwork.
Exhibit A.
And we're going to try out some feedback on who wants to come. If you were a light bulb, where would you be?
Oh my gosh, everywhere.
Just about anywhere. Right?
All over.
It's funny that I have so many colored light bulbs. This one's going to look cockeyed. Where do you think they came up with the word cockeyed? What does it even mean?
I don't know, but it's funny.
Right? Like, imagine being the first guy to get that nickname. Hey, cockeye. That light looks crazy now. Look at that.
It's like the sun coming up.
I don't think cable will reach tonight. Oh, that got dramatically brighter too, right?
It's beautiful.
Didn't it? Okay. Rich and Jessica online to talk to ourselves. Facing you would be oh, you're pretty.
Oh, you're pretty.
Jess is gonna go get her tooth replaced tomorrow. Show me your gap. Come on.
I'm hoping to get it replaced.
She put a pirate tooth in.
Pirate. I love the pirate.
And it
Whoopee!
begins. Whooping. Okay. Nikki says she's gonna log in.
Nice. Nikki is a cute new little baby bunny.
So I have a question.
About your bunny. I'm just kidding.
No.
Whoopee!
Whooping. All right, this is the New Yorker I'm gonna pull from.
Whoopee! Would that be irritating if I just kept doing that? Yes, it would be. Where did my paper go? I should go get
Okay. Whooping.
go this morning.
Forgot I was doing a live
I'm getting
broadcast.
paper towel.
I left the screen
I think it's fine.
all
They can still
empty.
hear me from over there.
So this is a pretty saucy painting. I think it's a dancer with a naked audience.
Yeah, the audience is naked, and she's.
What's happening here?
I don't know. It's kind of very interesting. I liked it for that. I liked it for the interest. Maybe I do this. Oh, maybe I do a little bit of that.
Are you back?
I'm back.
Whooping. The kids at my school are so vigilant about AI. And so they used to all kind of really love Duolingo.
Mm-hmm.
But then Duolingo fired all their employees and used AI. So now they're like really like anti-Duolingo.
Mm.
But also, Duolingo is super annoying.
It's very aggressive.
Kind of abusive. Yeah. So I wonder if maybe that's just their like excuse. To abandon ship.
Fair. You know, not holding it against those kids.
Robin asked today if she could come when she comes home, if she could use our kiln. And the problem, I believe, will be she's not going to get home until we're kind of on our way out of the school.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if you're interested to look into silver clay.
Oh yeah, I am definitely interested to research that. I think I even started researching it, and I got
you
confused.
might have told me about it.
Yeah,
Isn't that true?
100%. Because I did actually get excited, and then I got confused, and I got distracted in that order.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's separate.
Find that hard to believe. What I'm hearing you say is the follow through wasn't there.
No follow through.
Mm-hmm.
She is very enthusiastic, lacks follow through.
What did it say on your report cards?
Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not what it said on my report cards.
Oh, you're right. I just witnessed the glitch go through my face.
Right.
It's weird. Maybe the world is just literally falling apart.
We might have splashed the camera.
I feel like that would be super intense to get up all the way over there.
No, it did a thing. It did a that. So you and I are different people since we did our last broadcast.
Yes.
The last broadcast, we were people that had never developed film before.
No, last broadcast we had, but not one before that.
Just go with my story.
Oh, yes. We had not done that.
Our almost last broadcast.
Mm-hmm. You're totally right.
No, I'm not, but you didn't need to correct me.
There's just
Our second
practically
last
perfect in
broadcast,
every way, except for a little bit control freak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Our second last broadcast is when we started
Chronology.
developing film.
Yes.
And that is something I wanted to do since I was 10 years old.
That's really cool.
So the first thing you have to do is get this film on the spools in the dark, which is actually I think the hardest part. Although you help do all the timing stuff, so maybe it's not.
No, you put the spools in the pitch black.
Yeah. So I practiced with movies on. We watched movies, and I sat there on the couch. I took an old roll of film, and I just put it on
and felt it like.
Yeah, I was careful not to peek at all. Kind of like getting rid of the brakes on my fixed gear. The whole premise was I would go for 10 bike rides, and if I went for 10 bike rides without using my brakes, I'd pull the brakes off my fixed gear and just let it rip. But almost every bike ride, I'd be like, oh, kind of glad I still have those brakes. All right, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with this. Is it more interesting or less interesting if one of the guys is wearing like a wife beater? I think wife beater. Yeah, like mostly. Your paintbrush is going to
I know I poke
me
you.
all night. I'm what?
I think you were right. I keep wanting to go into these and bring more contrast into them, but maybe they were done. I think it's been a couple times where I went to keep working on them.
And I tell you what to do?
No, you're just like, you told me, no, those are like, they're great. And I keep going into them and wanting to bring up more high contrast.
Yeah.
But maybe I leave.
Well, can I tell you, like, I have a different comment for you and my kids.
Right.
Want to know what I would tell my kids?
Keep going until you overdo it.
Ruin every piece of art.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. I use that to teach.
And I have a bar chart for that.
Yeah.
What if I wreck it? Oh no, please wreck it.
Please.
We'll do better on the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I had a kid in my class who has the same last name as a guy I went to junior high school with. And I thought, oh, thank goodness he doesn't go here because that could have been awkward. And then I tracked him down and he goes here. So came in today. I was like, Dad's name Kevin. He's like, whoop. And I was like, do not tell him who your teacher is. Don't say my name. Don't tell him anything about me. And whatever he says is probably not true. Which is a funny thing. Like, I hope he thought I was kidding. Because
you're like, I don't do sarcasm until I kind of.
Yeah, because if he was totally literal and he's like, my teacher said never let you know who he is. Like,
parent teacher would be awkward. It's like
parent teacher will be completely awkward either way. Because he'd be like, dude.
Became a teacher? Like,
Yeah, well, okay. So
how old were you when you knew him?
Junior high, but there's a difference, okay? Like Sam and I went to high school together, right? And Chris O'Neill, Michelle Fior, and I all went to high school and junior high together, right? And so, like, I knew Chris O'Neill in high school, so he would have told you, oh, Rich J. Roux, he's not a bad guy. Because by high school, I wasn't really a bad guy. If somebody knew me in junior high and high school, they'd probably I would like to think they'd say something like, "Oh, Rich, he's not a bad guy." But when they said I'm not a bad guy, they'd be referencing like early years when I was a bad guy. You know, depending on like how far back, maybe they would say he's not a bad guy anymore.
No,
but
I don't think you're ever a bad guy. I think everybody grows up and you have to learn who you want to be.
Right. Well, I made
you did a lot of learning.
I made some ill-conceived.
You, like you were talking about the paintings, you like really lived and you really were trying to figure out who you wanted to be.
Yeah. There's one more thing.
That was a great way of introducing it.
Yeah. So this fellow was a friend of mine. And we used to wrestle together, and he's a pretty decent dude. In fact, I described him to his son as, your dad was really nice, but he was also really good looking. So we all kind of like hated him, but didn't mind him. And maybe that was awkward. No, he laughed pretty hard.
That's funny.
But then the other part was the thing that haunts me. And there's a really good chance that he wouldn't remember this because most people don't have the same memory as me. But this friend of mine, this kid's dad, also taught me a life lesson one day. Yeah. So I was just, not having my best moment. And his response to a very, maybe not one of my best moments was like a life changer.
That's really sweet.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a good moment.
Oh, but okay.
Poorly conceived moment on my part. Now, since we're throwing ourselves under the bus tonight, what was a poorly conceived moment in your life?
Are you kidding me? Like,
I'm not kidding. I'm trying to distract from the problem I caused myself.
Well, like, that's the hard part.
So
like junior high was hard for everybody. Like,
there was a kid in your high school that you knocked out in the hallway, though.
Yeah.
And as much as you're not proud of that, you're still kind of proud of that.
It sucks because there's double standards for boys and girls.
So
and
a guy snapped your bra
repeatedly, like would not stop. And the teacher was trying to get him to stop, and everyone was trying to get him to stop. And he was just like, ego.
And then you punched him in the face and knocked him on his ass.
I think I really hurt his feelings.
Yeah. And his nose.
Whatever. He played football. You can get over that.
Okay. So
I feel like
I'm going to admit what I did wrong was far worse.
Well, you.
But there was context. So I'm going to tell you the context, okay? There's the context. You ready?
Yeah.
So I overheard and misdiagnosed myself as a kid. I was going to the Vancouver Children's Hospital to get my IQ tested. That's somebody saying, don't tell the story. Don't tell the story.
I'll join in Crazy Kids a bit later. Perfect.
Okay, so, but a conversation I overheard before I went to the Vancouver Children's Hospital to get my IQ tested was a discussion about whether I was the R word. And that used to be a word that people used. So it just meant slower than everybody else, like in band. And won't get into the details of how I got the impression that I might be mentally disabled, but I was bright enough to know that I was struggling at school. And I also knew that I was headed for an assessment at the Vancouver Children's Hospital. And then I overheard someone say, "My son's not the R word." And I thought, what? I'm mentally disabled? And then so I went and spent like literally 2 weeks at the Vancouver Children's Hospital getting the assessments. This is years before, but I'm telling you like what led
Context,
to my poor judgment in this moment.
Yeah.
So from grade 3 to grade 6 or 7, I thought I had a below, not just average, but below expectations IQ.
Mm-hmm.
And then I broke into my file to see how like disabled I was, and found out I was actually pretty bright. But like that was a complete surprise to me because up until grade 7, I was under the impression that I had like borderline super low IQ.
Yeah.
Turned out I had a high IQ. And I had super low self-esteem about being stupid because I didn't really think of myself as smart.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of figured I was doing pretty well for a kid that should be. And I spent a ton of time in the resource room, so there's like layers to this. They were trying to figure out like where my specific challenges were.
Mm-hmm.
But I was struggling at school all the time and should have been excelling based on my test scores, and my actual grades were quite low. And this one kid that wouldn't have known that I grew up thinking I was stupid called me stupid. But he had a stutter. And I probably wouldn't have known this at the time, but I mirror. And so like when somebody's being really super rude to me, my brain will tell them that's how they like to be spoken to. And I will automatically like speak to them in the tone they're speaking with me. Not like as a jerk, but well, I'm sure it's a jerk move, but it's not meant to be expressive. It's just a response that I have to try and make sense out of what people are saying.
Or how they're talking to you.
Yeah. But I also recognize that I have a temporary stutter that kicks in when I'm around people stuttering. So it's happened to me a number of times that I'm just chatting with somebody and I start stuttering. So a mutual friend of ours who I didn't really get along with very well called me stupid. And I got so mad that I stuttered back at him when he called me stupid. But he had a stutter, and he stuttered while he was calling me stupid. And it was interpreted by this friend of mine that I was intentionally mocking his stutter. And I remember he just froze and he's like, "You'll say anything. You'll say anything." And I was like, well, two things. One, I kind of like, I had to own the fact that like if Felix had said that or stuttered, you would have stopped and thought, wow, was that on purpose? But because of my personality, there was no indication that it was an accident. It seemed evidence that that's a kind of thing I would have done. But it wasn't intentional. But I had to own the fact that. Now, I also had another huge revelation today. You remember this morning I had this huge revelation?
Yeah.
My daughter said she's coming to Calgary. And she wanted to know if she could come to school with me. And I was like, I said, of course. But then I thought, well, do I want Robin there? Because the kids will tell her I'm a jerk. Now, I actually think my kids at school kind of like me. Like, I don't have a problem getting along with them. But I also think, like, I kind of play up being a jerk sometimes to sort of help keep my distance from people. And also sometimes it's a test. Like, I know that the staff I work with are super nice. But also, like, if I tell them how wonderful I am, they get super irritated. And so sometimes when I want to be left alone, I just start talking about, you don't have a TED Talk, and they just go away. And I recognize that's a bit of a personality flaw, that rather than just excusing myself, I'll just like irritate people till they leave me alone. And I also recognize that, like maybe that's like a lifelong problem, that if I was gonna be nervous about Robin going to school, in case the kids are like, your dad's a jerk. And then if I explain to her, sometimes I'm just a jerk because I need to be left alone. I'm like, oh, I wonder like how many people I do that with. Like with you, when I'm a jerk, you just think I'm wonderful, which is twice as annoying. You're indicating that you're going to the bathroom? I'll turn the mic up.
I just didn't want to leave you while you were talking about it.
It's okay. It wasn't an interesting story. I don't think it was interesting. I won't know till later. Start spreading the news. I got my camera back. I ordered a camera and waited for it. And I got it. And then when I got it, the rangefinder needed to be adjusted, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But it's just waiting for it to get it back was like, is she painting on my paper? Are you painting on my paper? Oh, did I put that there? My bad. Wow, some saucy New Yorkers this week. Kelly, are you there? Is Theo there? I'm by myself.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
You got the bumpin' music?
Yeah.
Hey, what junior high did you go to again?
Calgary Academy.
What high school did you go to again?
Calgary Academy.
Oh, the whole time?
Yep.
I was talking to a lady today that I think you might have gone to school with. Wait, how old are you?
I'll be 56 in December.
Actually think maybe I thought you were a couple of years younger than me.
No, I'm actually older than you.
I think we have this conversation often, but my brain doesn't remember that you're older than me. And anyhow, there's a lady, like a parent at my school that I met today that was mentioning that she went to the same school as you, but I think after you. I think she went after you.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing with your life these days?
Working on the resin here. I was actually just adhering UV resin to regular resin.
To what resin?
So I have a special light. So it's a black light, but
Yeah, no. What was the other resin you said?
Regular resin.
Regular.
Yeah.
I thought you said liquor.
No.
Liquor resin.
No, regular.
Regular.
Well, I'm still recovering from bronchitis.
Interesting.
Steve's away right now. He's in Las Vegas at an Amazon AI convention.
Yeah?
Yeah, to learn about AI and programming.
Yeah, interesting. Is that with his work?
Yeah, well, it's like a course they take, and it's like their company. It's called Improving. It works with bigger companies like Amazon, and he's working for Suncor, and there's a bunch of other companies like WestJet. But right now it's Amazon, so I don't know the whole depth. He just sent me a picture of. I asked him if he went to Hell's Kitchen in Las Vegas, and he sent me a picture of a burger that said Gordon Ramsay right on it.
Mm.
So I thought that was cool.
Is that a pop culture thing? I think of Hell's Kitchen being in New York.
No, it's in Las Vegas. It's in Los Angeles as well. We watch the TV show occasionally.
So is it it's a pop culture thing?
It's a cooking show.
Where do you imagine the name came from?
The person who is the cook, Gordon Ramsay.
I would think it came from New York.
Well, I'm not sure. Actually.
I wonder if the show started in New York.
I'm not sure. I think it might have maybe started. Who knows? But it's called Hell's Kitchen on TV as well.
Yeah. No, there's a part in New York I'm pretty sure was called Hell's Kitchen, but I haven't been there.
So, but yeah, no, I've just been busy doing casting resin, repairing molds. I have about 900 molds now.
Did we give you molds from that lady?
No, you never did.
Why didn't you get some?
I don't know. I can't remember why. I think you didn't have, they were all gone by the time I asked.
No. Unless you asked after the gallery shut.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was before.
We were desperate to get rid of them.
But no, I've just been paying. I've gone through 2 gallons of resin in the last day. Of about.
Do you like horror movies?
Yeah, actually, I just actually finished watching Frankenstein. The guy Del Toro.
Yeah.
I finished watching Frankenstein. It was 2.5 hours. It was really good. I liked it.
Yeah. I'm quite looking forward to that too. Felix wants to watch it, so we're waiting for him.
It's a little bit gory, because they study about the human body and everything. But it's interesting. The next one I want to watch is Dracula.
Dracula.
And then I just
Where is
feel like,
Dracula from?
what?
When is Dracula from? The one you want to watch?
I'm not sure. There's 2 of them. I don't
Oh,
know.
Kelly,
What?
there's hundreds of them. I'm just wondering which one you mean.
There was a newer one that was just recent, so I don't know which one that is. I have to look it up.
Gotcha.
And I just finished Alien Earth, which I really liked.
I don't know what that is.
It's prequel, I think. It's based on the Alien movies.
What was it about?
Aliens. So there's like different aliens that are collected from different worlds. They had like a thing called the Eye, and the Eye actually
Is the main character like a kid in an adult body?
No.
The,
It was like the Eye
The
actually.
main character a female?
Character is female, yeah.
Are you sure she's not a kid who died and was like resurrected in an adult body?
yeah, it was the first
Her
episode.
consciousness was.
Yeah, consciousness. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I started watching that and felt super uncomfortable.
It gets better as it
No,
goes.
I'm not crazy about the idea of a kid in an adult body.
They were dying,
Yeah, I know.
so they're in a synthetic body.
Yeah, no, I just think there's something kind of like audience-wise kind of pervy about that.
It is interesting because they're not.
You're watching like an adult body telling a story about an innocent young person that doesn't really know her. Like I think there's a number of like Big, and there's another one, 13 going on 30, and it's a genre that I find kind of like unsettling.
It's not. It's more science fiction to show that they're trying to save people that are dying. Technically, that's what it is. It's trying to show that, and it's also about the aliens. It's not really about them. It's about the aliens.
Yeah, I'm not judging it. I'm just saying I find it uncomfortable.
Yeah. There's another one that's coming out, Stranger Things. I have not watched it. I'm waiting until the whole season's done, and then I'll binge watch it.
Sorry, you haven't watched any Stranger Things or just Stranger Things?
I watched it a few years ago. I have to rewatch it.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We didn't watch Frankenstein because Felix is just getting caught up on Stranger Things, and then we haven't started watching the final season. We're just
about there.
Yeah, on season 4.
Just finishing.
I feel like we've done that a number of times where it's like he'll just get into something as it's hitting the crescendo.
Yeah.
So he gets to kind of go through like the entire Avengers Endgame all
Right.
in one loop.
Yeah.
and he's not too far behind like the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also watching Dexter.
Yeah, nice. How many seasons does that one have?
I'm on season 4.
So Dexter, I have not seen. Have you ever seen Dexter?
I watched it before, yeah. The first
So
first season. I don't think I've watched anything past the
Right.
first season.
I guess
Gets better.
when we met. See, I have a problem with like escapism that's not too far away. So
Right.
my reasons for not wanting to watch shows where the kids are in adult like bodies, it just makes me creeped out by like who's watching this, like who wants to see this. Whereas like something like Dexter's a totally different. Like I don't watch Dexter because I'm not sure how far away from becoming a psychopath murderer I am. So that's just not something I want to toy with.
Right. That's fair.
Another good one to watch is Foundation.
Okay, yeah, we haven't watched that one. We watched a lot of Silo, and then
I haven't seen most. I have to watch more of that. And then there's Reacher as well.
Not going to watch that. That is not my bag of chips.
what's Reacher about?
Based on the books.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like an uber macho big guy wins every time. And it was also kind of a Tom Cruise film. And I'm not sure, like, I can't quite. There's a certain kind of shows that I try and like them, and then I just keep getting like more and more turned off by them. Like To Get to Know My Students Better, who all loved, maybe they shouldn't have watched it based on what I've seen so far. They all seem to really like Yellowstone. I thought, oh, maybe I'll watch Yellowstone and get to know my students a little better. And then I was like, nope. And like it just seemed to be like a constant pounding of rhetoric of like, this is the way things ought to be, and everybody's going to suffer because they're not doing it right. And also, like that book we listened to an audiobook on the way out to America.
Yeah.
That Felix was like, at first he was kind of caught up in the narrative because it was a story well told, but and then second, it was called 1 Second After. And one of the things was that like it was so right wing that like every lesson in the story went back to like dumb city slickers can go suffer. And there was just no empathy for anybody that wasn't politically bound to what the author was attached to. So like, you know, like people will say the CBC is one-sided. I think there's a tendency for people that work for the CBC to be a little bit to the left, but I think their goal is to be as neutral as possible, and it shows sometimes when they're not being neutral, which is totally different than like Rebel News, where they're like so like committed to pushing one agenda. So I found the agendas being pushed in Landman and Yellowstone just so like over the top, like
Heavy-handed.
well, the scene starts right, and there's a guy that looks like he might live in a town or a city, and then there's the ranchers, and it's like every single time in every single instance the guys that ride bulls outsmart, outfight, outwit, out talk these idiot city slickers. Is like, the year that it was really popular, one of my kids was like, Mr. Taylor, have you seen Yellowstone yet? And I was like, did they have a funny name for people that don't live on the ranch? They're like, no. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, no. And then one of the kids is like, yeah, they actually do. I can't remember what the name was. It was kind of like a TV show version of, they made up a word that wasn't like city slickers, but was more specific to like, I can't remember. Somebody that watches it could probably help me. But I tried really hard to be neutral about it, and then when I realized how not neutral the show was, I tried really hard to be like to learn about it. Are you making a snack?
I'm making tea.
Tea? Tea for Teru? Sounded like you're having candy. I think I have a 90s world soundtrack in my head. And it wasn't Enya, but it was one of those like kind of worldly, you know what I mean by that? Yeah. I think it probably came from
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Early 2000s was good for that genre.
yeah, I think it came from that album we were listening to before we started the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like kind of monks.
Yeah, the Gregorian chants were big early 2000s.
Yeah.
I love that. I didn't know how good we had it.
Sure. I think there's a lot of like modern day kind of rhetoric happening around that. Like, like we're going to realize soon enough that these are the good old days. And then so.
I think you're right, though. Any time is like, yeah.
Yeah, the times we end up missing the most end up being, you know, the havoc times. I like that you're protecting me from burning myself.
I am. I put it far away until it's
There's somebody texting me. Shut up, you're stupid.
That's really beautiful.
What is? Oh, thanks. Well, I ripped off a New Yorker.
New Yorker. But I like that you actually made it better than the New Yorker.
New Yorker.
Shebang!
Wobbing!
That one
What?
just stuck in my head.
What?
That song I did it. I stuck it in my own head.
What is it?
That.
Oh. So the one I'm thinking of went, yeah. Kind of like that?
Oh, is that almost like Australian? Like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
What album was that from?
That was really good because I could know who it was.
Yeah, but what was that from?
Was it someone like Xavier Rudd?
Did it sound? I don't know. Or if it was, it wasn't. Like that's not a name I would. Who's Xavier Rudd? Australian.
I think we even have an album by him. But that's what it made me think of when you just did.
If he's a sensitive, of course he's a sensitive ponytail guy.
Who else is gonna write songs? Like, sorry.
Who else is gonna sell songs? There's 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
I was just kidding, by the way. If that sounded like I was actually jealous of the.
It's the early 2000s.
Just like, oh, there's this one band I used to listen to. I think you really like it. I'm like, just the fact that you're prefacing it with, you think I'm going to like it, tells me it's some cheesy man bun.
So funny. It's really funny that we don't see these things until someone else like shows it to us.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Like if I thought Pamela Anderson was a wicked musical artist, you'd be like, no, she's really talented.
That laugh was so good.
Well, I'm flashbacking to Christmas.
I know.
Like, can I tell this? No. There's some things you just don't tell.
You're so funny.
I'm straight up just copying this drawing
Nice.
because I feel like it.
Sometimes you just go, oh, what the heck was that?
Hey, it's funny because I asked my kids to make Christmas cards for that when we gave cards away.
Yeah.
And then I told them, and this is the truth, the reason we're doing this is 100% because it's going to get boring. So before you get the urge to tell me that you're bored, please understand the only reason we're going to do this for 2 weeks straight is to experience being bored at something and then just muscling through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called concentration in art.
No, it's good.
So we finished the cards,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so sick of seeing the kids working on cards and like groaning every time we pulled out the materials. We came in, I was like, oh, the whole class needs a fresh start. So I had to, I'm doing my homeroom in the computer lab now because it's just like by the time my first class is done, it's way easier to get my TA to show up in the computer lab than try and get to my classroom for TA. So I'm just temporarily having TA in the computer lab.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't seem to mind. And there's a funny story here. I just forgot it. Oh yeah. So I show up kind of like all my art kids are sitting outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, so the good news is we're all starting something fresh. And they're like, Mr. Teru, is it Christmas cards? And I was like, no, you're actually banned from doing Christmas cards. There will be no Christmas cards in my room for quite some time. And then they're like, oh, thank God. And then I was like, okay, so but what are we going to do if you don't want to do Christmas cards? Like, what's the next step?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's like, can we do Christmas wrapping paper? And I'm like,
they're so cute.
yeah. So
Just gluttons for fun.
I was like, actually, now that you mention it, we could not only do Christmas wrapping paper, but we could also make more Christmas cards if you want to. All I was trying to say was that we could easily make more Christmas cards by using the same stamp process for making wrapping paper. Yeah, into cards. And so they're actually still making Christmas cards. But their wrapping paper, their printmaking is amazing this year.
I love that.
It's like you got to get the timing right for teaching new skills in art.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that like most teachers I've ever talked to, they get so worked up on trying to force the kids to jump through hoops. And they say things like, well, none of them are doing their work, so they're all going to fail. It's like, how can you not understand? They're not going to enjoy or learn from the work until they're ready. And then all you got to do is be patient, and they will come to the work on their own.
And be ready, yeah.
Yeah. And the one time that hit me the hardest was when I was at St. Mike's, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had an animation class, and it lasted the entire time I was there for 9 years. And the thing with animation, it's grueling because most people can't do it. Like most people have no affinity for animation, like zero.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have a class, and it's a great idea for 1 out of 30 kids. The rest of the kids just can't do the
yeah, it's the focus and
the focus and the slowness and the patience, and you need to hyperfixate to be an animator.
Mm-hmm.
And some kids can and most kids can't, right? Like I think to me that should be just the short test for ADHD is you go to the doctor, they ask you to animate something, and if you can, you're good to go. Get on meds. But I had an animation class at this school 1 year. One random year, they're like, hey, you remember you used to do this at your other school? Do you want to try that here? And I was like, it's like, I don't mind it. I don't mind the idea of doing animation. It won't stick for most kids, right? Like it's just a thing that I'm wholeheartedly like everyone was born to make art, but I'm also like not everybody was born to be an animator.
Right.
Animation is a special sort of
beast.
within the arts.
Right.
And like knitting is similar, right? Like I don't believe everyone can knit
Right.
because I can't knit, because every time I try and knit, I come up with 7 different ways to do each stitch from scratch. And that's my superpower, is being able to see new possibilities. But I did have an animation class about 4 years ago at the school I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
And all those kids were in grade 12 last year.
Yeah.
And I had a 0% success rate the last time I taught this class. Like not one kid in the class bought into or was able to do the animation. I immediately switched out of animation after I showed them how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like after maybe like 1 or 2 struggles, is like, let's try some other things. And there might have been one kid that stayed with it just because it was their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then a couple of years later, when they were all in grade 12, they all at some point went back and did some animation. And then they came and showed me, and I totally forgot that we'd had an animation class together. So I was like, kind of like awe-inspired, like, wow, how did you learn this? They're like, are you kidding me? Like, you taught us this, and we hated it. But look, I'm using it now.
But look, yeah.
And that was my Strangers Thing crowd, right? There was this group of kids that there's actually about 3 years at school where I had duplicates of the cast of Stranger Things in each grade. So each grade had like those characters in a group of 4. And like the one year, the one kid really reminded me of Dustin, and his other 2 friends kind of reminded me a little bit of some of the kids.
Yeah.
So we had a full cast of like absolute doppelgangers. But it was kind of split up that like, oh, like there's 4 kids that get along, and this one kid's just an absolute dead ringer for Dustin. But in the other grade, like Charlie Peach and those guys were also sort of falling into.
Right. Like there's archetypes, but then there's like dead ringers. Like
Yeah. So there was archetype matches to that cast in almost every grade for about 4 years. But then with each one of those archetype groups, I had a dead ringer. I had like a kid that was like, oh my God, you were like, you could be the stunt double and you wouldn't need makeup. This is interesting. Kind of outside my comfort zone.
nice.
Who's online with?
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Oh, Fernaz is here.
Farnaz, do
Hi,
you want to join us?
Farnaz, and
Here,
hi.
I'll send you a link if you'd like. If not, feel free to ignore me. F. No. F. Oh, I think I might have just sent her one. No? My copy paste timed out. I got to go to the Kelmeister and steal what I just sent her. How do I do that?
You know how I just get used to say, oh, I'm just going to steal this. Like, I say steal when I'm just going to like pick something up or like
What's
borrow
already
something.
yours, yeah.
And we just so used to saying it. And we were in Safeway the other day, and this guy was stocking one of the shelves. I was like, oh, is it okay if I just like reach in and steal this from here? And I was like, no, I'm not going to steal it. I mean, I'm going to pay for it, but can I just take this gingerly off the shelf? And I just started like, and the guy was like, have a nice night. Like, I'm just going to steal this. I'm going to steal this. So I'm like, I didn't mean steal. I meant like, but he was laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with all these jokes about Teru stealing things.
There was one time, and I don't know why I thought this was funny. It's the kind of joke that gets people canceled. But my mom used up all the wooden spoons on my ass. So by the time I was grade 5, we had like 2 or 3 wooden spoons, and they all were taped back together. And we also had a broomstick that was taped, like masking taped back into. Anyways, so I was in the grocery store just absent-mindedly testing out a wooden spoon in my hand, like, oh, this has got some substance. And you looked at me and you cocked an eye, and I looked at you and
I
like
just started
laughed. But
laughing.
as we like shared that moment, the guy stocking the shelves like lost it. I thought he was going to need to go to the hospital. He was laughing so hard.
We have some good moments grocery shopping.
It's like people get mad with us for having a nice time, and it's none of their business really. Like it's absolutely common. I would say every 2 or 3 times we go grocery shopping, some old person in the line will turn around and go, "You're not supposed to have so much fun grocery shopping." And maybe they even mean it as like, "Wow,
Cute,
you guys really
like,
love each other," but
yeah.
Still, it's like phrase it differently. You know, if you can. You don't have to be like an intrusion. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I mean, I gotta go see a man about a dog.
That man and that dog. That's okay.
Is Fernandez not coming?
No, she's busy, but she's listening.
Too busy for us?
Doing
I'll
things.
tell Fernandez she should come over for soup and I'll show her my artwork.
If you didn't hear that from us, we'll send you when we'll have some people over and you can come and see some of his artwork too. You can have dinner. Yay! Dinner and art. I'm working on mushrooms. I did a more bright red mushroom piece, but now I'm working on some nice dark brown, not dark, nice. What about this? I'm not done it yet, but I just love these little guys. Just love these little mushrooms. This one is really lovely. It's gouache. And I do love good gouache. Here, maybe I can keep. Yeah, I was working on these the other day. These gouache. This is very exciting. Just figure out what should I put in this one. I'm just like looking at color. There is a beautiful super moon forming. So I feel like I am beholden to this moon. I will do a moon painting.
Do you sweat when you're painting?
I lick my lips and then my lips get dry.
Oh, I hate that. I hold my breath.
Yes, that as well.
I'm leaving that bulb in that lamp. That's crazy. I might move that lamp into our bedroom.
That's a nice one.
Something I really love is the ability to repurpose our house just by, for one thing, we have so many colored light bulbs in here. Boop, boop. I'm still checking my, okay, can I just tell you this? We'll do a little puppet commercial for the Lensmatic, okay?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because bought myself a camera and then I had to wait forever for it to arrive. And then when it arrived, the rangefinder was off. And I thought, well, this can't be the worst thing in the world. So I called around to see where it goes. And there's a guy in Calgary, just like one guy, who fixes old cameras. And name's Gary. And the first thing anybody says about Gary is Gary doesn't work weekends. So I phoned him. I just texted him because I was trying to get through to him, and he got back to me on the weekend. And he's like, "Oh, let's arrange to drop it off." And what do you want? He meant like this is like a day after we went off strike. I'm like, "Dude, I just went off a strike." and I had all day every day. But now I'm back at work, and so I teach in Cochrane. How the heck am I supposed to get all the way out to? I also really admired his boundaries, because we had no boundaries at the gallery, and we ended up like resenting people when they left us waiting for stuff. So Gary, for a very reasonable amount of money, agreed to fix my camera, but then I was waiting to get it back. And you and I joke a lot about how I use my camera to cope with when we quit drinking. It's like I distract myself from.
You said more with objects, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I can you move over like an inch?
Yeah.
Love you.
oh,
I'm at the edge of the table here.
I'm too. I think we're.
Okay, I'll talk to the you right now about what I worked on with my kids today, because I brought in this sheet and I asked them to draw a hydrogen atom. Now, you tell me what I should do.
Do a circle.
Here's my circle. Okay.
And do 2 little moons floating around it.
Right. Okay. And is this a proton? And this is a neutron? Do you know what the atomic number for hydrogen is?
2?
Nope. 1. It's got 1 proton, 1 neutron.
Oh, why did I think 2 then? That's interesting.
Well, because it looks like 2, because
there's 1 proton, 1 neutron.
1 proton and 1 neutron. Right? Now, then it's got this shell. And because it's got less than 2, the atomic number is 1, right, for proton, atomic 1 for neutron. It's got 1 electron. You follow me?
Yeah.
Now, the shell wants to have 2 electrons, but it's only got 1, which makes hydrogen a little bit desperate.
Poor girl.
Okay?
Yeah.
Why do you say she's a girl? Give me a kiss.
Personal projecting.
Okay, so I asked them to draw a hydrogen atom. And then I like to put here kind of a dotted, like it's looking for a hookup. And I don't know if hookup culture is the proper way to describe that. I asked the kids to draw a hydrogen atom. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Then I said, draw another hydrogen atom. Right? So here's my other hydrogen atom. I draw the nucleus.
Nucleus.
And then put 1 proton, because atomic number is 1, and 1 neutron, because atomic number is 1, right? And then it's got a shell, and in its shell, it's got 1 electron, right? And it's also got space for another electron, because it's desperate. Keep telling you this, right? All right. This is also hydrogen. Okay. Then I asked the kids, draw, and there we go. Draw an oxygen atom. Okay. So the oxygen is got 8 for its atomic number. Okay. So inside the nucleus, okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 neutrons. And that's one of the confusing things is you've actually got 16 little units inside here, but it's 8 protons, 8 neutrons, and then I'm going to have 8 electrons. Okay. You got me?
Oh, yeah.
So in my first shell, my ideal number is 2. So I got an electron here and an electron here, right? But did we just talk about how I only want 2 electrons in the first shell?
Yeah.
If I have a second shell, I really want to have 8, right? What was my atomic number for oxygen?
8.
8. So I got 8 protons and 8 neutrons. and then I got 8 electrons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 2 electrons in the first shell. How many electrons do I have in the second shell?
6.
6. That will make 8. 2 plus. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many empty spaces do I have?
2.
2. Okay. So what happens here? You looking?
Yeah.
Do you know this? This hydrogen atom has 1 proton, 1 neutron, 1 electron, but it wants to have 2 electrons in this shell.
Yeah.
This hydrogen atom has 1 proton, 1 neutron, 1 electron, but it wants to have 2 electrons in that shell. This oxygen atom has 8 protons, 8 neutrons, and 8 electrons, but it's got 2 electrons in the first shell and 6 electrons in the second shell. And the second shell wants to fill 8 spots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this electron here, bang, hooks up there. And this electron here, bang, hooks up there. Okay. And what you end up with is your oxygen and your hydrogens, right? And then your nucleuses. And I've got 2 in this cell and 1 overlapping here and 1 overlapping here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that Mickey Mouse head is what holds those 2 electrons to the oxygen. Is that there's room. This one wants to have 2 electrons in its shell, and so if this spot on the shell gets attached,
Mm-hmm.
it's like having a motorcycle with room for 2, a motorcycle room for 2, and a minivan that holds like 8 people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got room for 2, I got room for 2, but I've only got 1 each, and I've got room for 8, but I've only got 6, and so this gang gets together, and the oxygen and the 2 hydrogens will go to
They'll get to go to the party.
they go to the party together. Okay. So then I talked to them about carbon dioxide, right? Because carbon has 6, right? So if I've got this nucleus, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 protons, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 neutrons. And then in the first shell, it's got 2 electrons. And in the second shell, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. 2 in the first shell, 4 in the. That leaves me with 4 empty spots on carbon, and that's why carbon is so part of our lives. It's just sticky; it sticks to everything. Do you remember how many empty spots I had on my oxygen?
2.
Right. So then, how many oxygens would I need to make carbon dioxide? 2 oxygens and 1 carbon.
Yeah.
Versus H2O is 2 hydrogens and an oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this moment where the kids just go, where's my face? And it's pretty fun to watch that light go off. And then once the light goes off, I'll go, Caleb, that light just went off in your head, and Caleb will be like, and then when another kid's light goes off, Caleb and I will smile because you can actually see the recognition kick in. So this is something I've been teaching the kids. Like I talk about it all the time, and they can repeat it to no end, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I came in with a box of Lego, and I was like, okay, make me a hydrogen atom, because I forgot the sheet at home.
Yeah.
I switched it to here's a box of Lego, build it.
Yeah.
And they just started making kind of hydrogen or atom looking shapes, but then they kept saying, I don't know what hydrogen looks like. I'm like, well, you do. Like, why are you saying that? And they were sure that they didn't, because it was unfamiliar in the Lego.
Right.
But then for the Lego shapes, I just grabbed a single, there's a name for those little nipples in the Lego.
Little boops.
Yeah, but what's the actual name? Because I think they changed them. I think when I was a kid, they were called nipples. And then they changed them to, like, in the video games, they call them, can you ask?
Yes.
Ask, first of all, what the name of the little...
Single Legos.
The little dots on the top of the Legos are called. And then ask if that was always the name.
Studs.
Right. Were they always called studs?
They said the original patent for the connecting bumps on the precursor to the modern brick referred to them as bosses. Instructions from the late 40s, 50s didn't use standardized English terminology. As the product names were in Danish.
Mm.
The word stud evolved over time to become the standard term used by the fan community.
Mm. Okay. Well, I was able to use an 8-studded block, which I kind of think is the most basic for oxygen.
Yeah.
And then the single studs for hydrogen. And yeah, we did really good demos. But it was weird. It was weird watching them have to reprogram their minds to shift from the verbal version of the atoms to the 3D versions. And that really struck me as like a lot of times when you're a kid, they give you an opportunity to do something kind of 3D. Like I was supposed to make a cake out of a plant cell.
Yeah.
But you end up not connecting that to, like, you're copying an image.
Right.
It's a little bit like when you show them the image of the water cycle and you see like there's a mountain and a river and then the ocean.
Yeah.
And then there's this narrative that the water goes up in the sky and it comes back down as rain and then it flows from the mountains to everywhere. But when you think about it, like that's kind of such an irrational explanation that it's not just the mountains where we're storing all that fluid. It's everywhere, right? But it's easy enough to just look at that diagram and remember the narrative as best as you need to. But like I remember as an adult just standing in front of the Bow River going, there's no way that that's all piled up in the mountains. So you just need to ignite your sense of wonder to really dig into that one.
Look, wonder.
I wonder who wrote the book of love. Okay, so I'm living at like 3/4 speed right now because mostly what I'm trying to do is get in and develop my next roll account. I'm like pretending to be here, but really I'm somewhere else. And we got the spools into the can, and it took everything I had to abstain from saying, "You want to just make the film now?" But I also knew you were waiting for me to say it. And I could see you'd sharpened one fingernail to claw out my eye if I did say. That goes back to me today earlier, realizing that sometimes I'm just annoying because I need some time to by myself. And I know exactly how to annoy people to get them away from me. And also I seem to have a decent ability to annoy people enough to leave, but maybe not so much that they don't come back.
That's really funny.
Like I said to a friend of mine at work the other day, and this was more just out of spite. I was just feeling like I wanted to irritate somebody. So we're just talking about ChatGPT. I'm like, ask ChatGPT if Rich Taylor is a legend. And it was a pretty obnoxious thing to do, but I did it. And I got that dopamine spike from irritating somebody.
I was gonna say if we kind of tidy up, we can do it tonight if you want.
I would love that. Why are you being so open-minded about that?
You know, I just love you, and it's also exciting for me now that I know
really
we can do it.
Because I was afraid you would hurt me if I suggested it.
I think it was a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
But if we do it in sections, I'm okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, the background anxiety of taking more pictures and having backlogged film is maybe keeping me excited to do.
You don't have to explain it. If you're in the mood to do some printing, I'm downtown for that.
Because it's exciting. And also I'm curious.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm realizing where I'm not seeing things the way you are. Can I would the word elucidate be the right word?
Illuminate.
Illuminate. Is the word elucidate a word?
Yes, it is a word.
What does it mean?
It might be the right word for this too. Let's see. Clear up. Yep. Decode.
Okay, can I elucidate
Enlighten.
the miscommunication here?
Yeah.
In your mind, you're like, hey, we're developing our own film now. This is awesome. I'm excited. I will try this, but not too much at once. And in my mind, it's like, she hates this idea. She's so mad at me that I spent money on developing stuff. And you skipped the part where you said, oh, remember how mad I got at you for suggesting we should do our own developing? I forgot to tell you that I love it now.
I did forget to tell you.
Yeah. I have a certain amount of baggage about the developing. I also have the baggage for the grief you gave me about buying you the camera I bought you. Because I think you love your camera.
I do.
But also you're like embarrassed about the fact that you gave me so much stress about it that now
I'm
you've
just
kind
quiet
of,
about
you're
it.
a little bit underwhelmed.
I'm like, just be quiet.
But secretly you love it.
Oh, I love it.
But you can't really talk about it too much because you crapped so hard on it when we were on strike.
I didn't, because we were on strike.
Okay, but
I could go and just not eat for a month because I like suffering.
yeah, but that
But
does,
like you were like, we need to live our lives and be good. Like just
or
be happy.
like, what if you suffered because you bought a camera you couldn't afford while we couldn't afford celery? Because we were also like, oh, you said go get some celery, and I was like, I can't. There's not enough nutrients. And I wasn't even kidding. But then the next day, I spent 2 months rent on cameras for us, which was like above and beyond reasonable. Like, what was I thinking?
I do love you very much.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. We have different ways of thinking about things. And I do need to tell you when I'm excited about stuff that you're excited about.
Because I think you do inside your head.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, no, I already admitted I was wrong about that.
Oh, no, I've already lived that.
In my head.
Yeah.
I've moved on to. I can't wait to start printing again. But I am like, oh, we should print. No, never mind. Don't say anything.
She's going to stab you.
Don't poke the bear. Nobody believes this, by the way. They're like, Rich is the mean one.
She's crazy.
Also, I bought you a watch because I was interested in Leica cameras, and I was like, they make watches? And then I looked one up, and I was like, I could just see it on your arm. I was like, that's weird. Like, this feels like it's already your watch. And I was like, do you like this watch? And I don't hate it. And I was like, can we order it? And then, again, sometimes it's hard for me to tell what you want because you do such a good job of like, we can't have celery, but you're going to buy me a watch? Yeah. Show them the watch under here.
It's just a cute little,
Mm,
it's a cute little like
time traveling watch.
It's a wind up watch.
Have you listened to it click? Can I listen to it click? No.
Hold on.
After
I
you?
haven't heard it yet. Oh, she's frantic like me.
No, take it off.
Maybe that's my pulse.
Yeah. My grandma in my dad's old bedroom in Bonneville had a clock on the wall that sounded just like this and a glow-in-the-dark Jesus. And I just thought that was edgy AF.
Yeah, it's like punk rock.
To have a glow-in-the-dark Jesus on the
Yeah.
wall. And the other thing is, generally, I wasn't allowed near glow-in-the-dark stuff. So there was this glow-in-the-dark toy I really liked. And I wasn't allowed because my mom thought it was radioactive.
But Gma just has her glow in the dark Jesus.
I had these weird like rules. Like I wasn't allowed in bunk beds or tents or near glowing things. Did you know this about me?
Yes. Because you told me.
You knew I wasn't allowed in a bunk bed?
I knew the tent and glowing things.
Yeah. I love the sound of this.
Look at my happy little.
It sounds like a really tight ass, like wound up person, like running in a Wes Anderson film.
That's really
Listen
fun.
to it, like pencil skirt, and like high heels, and like just like super angry. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Is tight ass not the right way to say that?
That's funny.
Uptight, I meant to say.
It's still funny.
I'm also I copied your idea. I'm painting what you're painting. Maybe we can sell them as a.
Oh yeah, mine's like the before and yours is the after. I was thinking of doing like a light wash of the light coming down, but maybe that's too much.
Well, you did spend some time talking about not overworking things tonight.
Yeah.
And I did tell you that if you're one of my students at school, I would encourage you to overwork something, but here at home, I respect you as an artist.
I like that.
I ended up with a pile of fan brushes on my desk. And I can't wait till they're gone. So whereas I used to be like, someone will do you have a fan brush? No, I do not have a fan brush.
You not have a fan brush.
Do you have one of those little paper smudgy things? Get out of my class! That's not an art supply. Yeah, it is. It was in my art set. Have you learned nothing? I am really in the mood for some midnight Shyamalan movies.
Nice.
Just to let you know.
I like this.
Also, it's that time of year where we should watch all of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Such a good time of year. What a good time of year. Guardians of the Galaxy time of year.
And we watched It's a Wonderful Life, which is going to save us driving out to Cochran. I feel bad about that one guy who's really trying to pitch it. I'm like, no, we're your target audience. We're there. And he kept saying, and then we're going to, I'm like, no, like, trust me, like, we're going to go. And then I changed my mind.
That's okay. And then I changed my mind.
Well, I think I've been outside of. Am I standing at the table there? I think I am. Can you help me with that? Why did these mushrooms remind me so much of Bankview? Did we see mushrooms in Bankview?
Maybe. Bankview mushrooms?
What do you think?
Oh. So nice.
Collab.
Hola.
Collaboration.
Here, do you want? Rich,
What?
you look a little. Oh, you have a little.
Almost that. Where'd you get that?
Just like a ripped in half.
Love it. Hated it. Okay. No. Stop. Let's just paint the table blue.
I think so. That's our next step.
I do have this thing where every now and then after a really bad coffee stain, I'll just make a pot of coffee and dunk the whole shirt in, and it'll become like tanned. This is my tan shirt. Actually shocked that they don't sell a coffee colored shirt.
The closest thing to that I've ever seen is in Hawaii. They have red dirt shirts because there's like red dirt beaches, like red, like really iron rich beaches.
Yeah.
And then they sell their red dirt stained shirts. And that reminds me of the coffee, like the.
Okay. I did a New Yorker. Let's do this in New Yorker. Saucy Minx. There you go.
Thanks.
Oh, am I on your way there?
No.
It is pretty wet.
Yeah, you're totally.
Jack Pike.
Hello. Hello.
There's something I was going to tell Galen. I phoned him. To say a thing. He didn't answer. What was I phoning Galen for? Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Postcards. These are postcards.
It's okay.
That's
I
fine.
like the Jack Pike's got us some postcards.
No, yeah, I'm just saying it's cool.
What did I want to talk to Galen about? Oh, was it at retirement?
So
No.
I saw that and I forgot to call back. He said.
Yeah. What was it about though?
England. Manchester, England, England.
I wish I could remember.
Did you, by any chance, get a postcard from Japan?
No.
We've been waiting
Where
on
did
a
you send it to? Which home?
Few things in our mail, actually. So,
Did you send it to the Isle of Roux?
Isle of Roux?
We did go by there. We have to we're actually about 40 feet away from our mailbox, but it's about 2 kilometers to get there. So we're just on the other side of the train tracks, but we can't get them from our house. We have to go right around several blocks to get to where we need to be. And they close at 5:30. So we generally check our mail on Fridays. I think we checked it a few times last week.
Mm-hmm.
And we will look for some postcards. But Jesse, help me think about what I wanted to talk to Galen about. Because I'm sure it was terribly important.
Sent them to the apartment a long time ago. We will keep checking.
We can check tonight. There was a postal strike. I will say this, though. Our post box isn't cheap. And if the post workers are on strike, should we not get like a deal on our post box? Like,
I think so.
I suppose I need to support the striking postal workers because everybody wants their human rights respected.
The kids are.
What?
The kids are in their Charter of Rights and Freedoms unit. And they were working on their posters in the art class at lunch. And I was like, man, you guys are living it. They just started laughing.
Mm-hmm.
What a, like you said, a time to be really, you're in the thick of it, hey?
Into the thick of it. It wasn't about film.
You are lagging on YouTube.
Who said that?
Jack Pike. We might be lagging in general.
Let's just see. Is it like skipping or?
So scary.
Hello?
Way too late.
Is your refrigerator running?
Did you just hang up on them?
No, I just missed out.
Oh, I thought someone said
Hey Siri, call Jack Pike. I should teach Siri who Jack Pike is. Call again. In the green room. That was a coincidence. Did you just phone us?
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, here's a weird question. Is there,
17.
is there any chance you could rotate your
I tried, and it doesn't. Oh,
how about now? Try, you know what? Pop back out and then pop back in after you've rotated it.
okay. All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I come back. I stood poised. Does it feel like I kicked him out?
No. Maybe he's trying to figure it out and then log back in.
Oh, like it's just not changing.
Like sometimes if you have your phone on like lock, then it won't turn around.
Mm. Did you say oh?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm like pushing the muscle in my hip and it's really tight. And I was like,
Oh,
death,
yeah.
death.
I had to like bolt out of school yesterday to go pick up my camera.
Mm-hmm.
And so that made like a 3-hour drive home.
Yeah.
And when I got out of the car, my legs were like pretty darn numb.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty darn numb. I think we killed Scott.
No.
Where is he? I'm panicking now.
Don't panic.
That was clear, like come back in.
Yeah,
It wasn't like
clear. Go away.
get out of here.
So why don't you log out, fix it, and come back? Try coming back in. Scott, we love you.
I'm gonna call him. Hello? Yeah? Oh, okay. I thought we offended you. Okay. Okay, bye.
Scott's good.
Yeah, he's just flipping to his laptop.
Nice.
actually like 100% can't concentrate right now because I don't want to miss him.
There he is.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Oh my goodness gracious, it's a complete chaos. And that's the beautiful thing about the analog world. None of that crap happens.
Chaos.
I had a really neat moment actually when I contacted my friend Pat to talk to him about photos. And he said, and I actually think maybe like I might be a little more tech like orientated than him because of the stuff we do with the gallery. I mentioned that I was shooting 35 and he's like, oh, do you post somewhere? And I was like, wow, I never even thought about it, but no, I think I like keeping my photography that I've been doing separate from the internet, and I've had no urge to share or talk about, well, I guess I am now, but I have no urge to like take the photos that I've been shooting and put them. I'm the same way actually with my music. Is a lot of the records we get have downloads included. A new record will often come with like a download, and I don't like to sully my music with
Listening to it all.
by putting it on my phone. You know?
Yeah.
So, well, that is fabulous to hear. Fabulous to hear. There's something nice about keeping the two worlds separate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Were you online when I was talking about just getting my camera back?
No. Nope.
I got it back from Gary.
Yay.
That's so exciting.
So now you have no excuses.
Well, yeah, and like we didn't really need. I don't need excuses. I need like restraint. so yeah, excuses hasn't been my problem, but also like previously Jess was using the restraint, so I could kind of count on her for me to not overdo it. And then like there's a tipping point where she gets more excited than me, so it's like I'm kind of in the phase where I've stopped pushing her that we should have an enlarger so we can start developing our own prints as well. And any minute now, she's going to be like, I think you're right. I think we should have an enlarger. And then we'll really dive in like head first.
I would just see, I could see us getting so into that it's hard to go to school. Like booze.
No, for me, it's for sure.
Booze, we never like, we had our hours, we knew what we were doing, and that was never a problem. But like with photography, it's like, I could just develop this one roll, or I could just do this one thing. It's like
also that like we were kind of like without cameras over the strike, right? And then so where that got complicated was that's when the time shifted.
Right.
And then we went back to teaching in the dark. And it's not to say you can't shoot night photos as well, but I really want to crack open my new camera in the daytime. And I'm limited to like by the time I get in my car to go home from work, the sun's starting to set. Now, the bright side is in Calgary, Alberta, it literally is the golden hour for most of the lit day. Like the sun rises, it's kind of like sunrise till noon, and then sunset till dark. There isn't like a midpoint in the day. Here, I'll put you on full screen, Kelly.
Oh, cool. Resin jellies.
Ooh, fancy.
Resin jellies.
Scott, we're gonna have some soup dinners.
Ooh.
Soup and art. Because I have 2 binders full of artwork, and I need to find people to take them somewhere. So,
yeah, we'll start.
Well, hey, listen, if we can do that before Christmas, that takes care of a lot of my Christmas shopping right there.
I think so. When do you want to do it?
I'm a little bit busy tonight.
Friday?
Friday, I am out with a lady friend on Friday.
I was just going to ask you if you're a party animal on the weekends.
I'm not a party animal.
Saturday.
Oh, look at how that thing's shimmering. Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Ooh.
Hey, are you on a date on Friday?
Possibly.
Do you want to bring your date over for dinner, like a double date?
I Actually, no. Christmas is going to puke up in her house. So
Okay. Hubba hubba.
hubba hubba. That wow. Oh, that I like. Oh, that.
Yeah, the
Well, how did
green
I do
was really
this?
nice.
Whoa, that is so iridescent. Wow.
Kelly, are you selling
So
those?
lovely, Kelly.
Yeah, I am.
How much do you sell those for?
65.
Ah,
They're
I
very
just sold two. I'll show you the two I sold. I'll go get them.
Well, now that's just teasing us.
I did two purple ones. One has sparkles on it. This one is actually, this one is the first one I've done UV neon blue in.
nice.
So that's why it actually shows up in the black light.
mm.
Oh, cool.
I'll show you the purple ones. I'll grab them. Those are the ones that got sold. They're both sold. I hadn't even taken pictures.
No, I can go get them.
Scott,
Yes.
have you and I talked very much about how the film works?
How that the physical aspects of emulsion and film and the layers and stuff?
Yeah.
No.
Is that something that's like a particular interest to you in terms of the chemistry of it?
Oh, yes. But I tell you, I have a struggle keeping up with it, but it's amazing.
Hmm.
It,
What
it,
do you-
it,
What's the keeping up part?
well, it's sort of like, when you have a skateboard and you kind of enjoy like just cruising down the sidewalk, but your best
Yeah.
friend's Tony Hawk's.
Right. Okay. Well, the way I was coming at it was we started thinking about
Yeah, whatever, Rich. You blah blah blah. I'm not. All I'm hearing is the penis. Wah wah wah. I'm looking at these jellyfish.
So beautiful.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to know how the film worked, and it was it's kind of like it's first of all it's got silver in it.
Wah 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 wah.
I'm sensing from your tone and
Okay,
body language.
Rich, this isn't about you right now.
Okay.
He was
Holy snap and croc lizard! Wow.
Kelly, have you ever used the clay, silver clay?
No, these are all resin, but they're all, I hand paint them, upside down.
Yeah.
This one's got 4 different colors on it.
Okay, what do you mean you paint them upside down?
So they're in a mold. So they go like this.
Yeah.
And then I put these on top so you can actually hang them on the wall.
But when you say you paint them upside down, like so the
So
ears
in
are
the
pointing
mold,
down?
I
Or?
paint them in. So this is a mold. See, this is the mold of the jellyfish.
Oh, so you paint the mold and then put the
I paint
resin
the
in.
mold, then I put the resin in.
Oh.
The thing is, most of the mica I have to wear protective gear because it can go, it's very fine. And I probably already have some on my hands already. You can't see it, but I can. It's really fine mica. But I paint them upside down, but they take about an hour to paint.
very cool.
That
And
is
then
so
some
cool.
of the mica powder is not colored, so it'll say it's either purple, blue, or green, but the powder itself is white, so it reacts to the heat of the resin, and then you get these kind of vibrant colors from it.
That's like witchcraft, sorcery. That
I do a whole
wow.
bunch. I have a whole bunch. I haven't even unmolded I have a steampunk clock that I haven't unveiled yet. I have seahorses, I have octopuses.
That is amazing.
I have
Wow.
about 900 molds. And I hand paint every single one of them. I have a lion. There's a lion too. I have a lion as well.
You have lions, tigers, and bears?
I don't have any bears yet.
Oh my.
Not yet. I have teddy bears. I have let's see here. this guy. These guys are little guys. These are little gnomes. They're just normal.
Oh,
This
those are
guy's not
just freaking
done.
adorable.
This guy's not done. It's a top of has a little lizard, like a snake on it. It was the first pole I did. And then this is another one. This is a dragon.
Like, I mean, that's fully circular, right? That's three-dimensional.
That's a whole thing. Yeah. So they're how you paint them. They're hard because they're upside down like this.
Yeah.
So I have to put my paintbrush all the way down into the mold and paint upside down like this. And then I paint the rest like that. And then he comes out like this. And it also has, the other thing is, resin doesn't cure if it's cold. So it has to be, it's super hot in the basement right now. So I have a fan going it's super hot down here. So I'm kind of almost sweating because that's how it cures. It has to be super hot. And then actually when the two chemicals combine, they heat up. So I can feel, like, when these are upside down in the molds, I can feel the heat coming off of them.
Wow.
Because it's a chemical reaction, right? But you can tell this one's a little bit different. This is another, the jellyfish has, can't really see it too well, but there's sparkles in it.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
So I had a lady, she's doing her entire wall. So she's painting the background of the wall and then putting these on the foreground.
Oh, cool.
And so she's got, she wanted jellyfish. So I said, when I get them done, I'll send them to you. And she already bought them. She hasn't picked them up yet. And then that's when someone said, do green. So I did green. So the next ones I'll do is probably a purpley green, I think.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
But these guys are probably my favorite, these guys.
Well, just the detail involved in that.
Like, I'm painting the nose and the eyes. And I choose different colors. The gold seems to go really well, so I do gold highlights. And then I mix it all together.
And then is there is the resin a base color, or?
It's clear.
Oh, it's clear.
It's
Okay,
so it comes out yellow. The hardener is yellow, and the resin itself is white. So when you mix it together, it's almost like a clear color.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to mix it. Your work time is about 4 minutes before it starts to go hard.
Gadzooks.
And I usually leave them in the mold for 2 days. Then there's another one I use, which is UltraCal, and UltraCal takes a week to dry. It's harder than this stuff. I use it for the platters. I have platters that I make, so I paint the background of the platter, and then I paint the foreground. And I have wine holders too.
Very cool.
I don't only do bears, I do resin stuff as well. And then I try to make stuff with the bears, incorporating resin with it. So yeah, it's quite
stunning.
But that's how far it sits. So it's on the wall and it's like that. And I've used the hangers. And they go in no problem. So yeah, and they're for sale. Like this piece would be $75. The reason why it's that high, it's the resin that costs the money. I'm not actually even charging for my paint. I just charge for the resin. Because I like making them, so they're fun.
Nice.
But I do lots of other ones. The lion. There's a dragon. You probably saw the dragons. I was actually just drilling into them. You couldn't see me. I was off camera. But I drill the hangers because I need to push a lot of pressure to get them in.
Oh, that's fair.
But they're fun to do. So if you ever want to see more, let me know.
Yeah.
I've got lots of molds.
Well, the mind's sort of short circuiting when you say you have 900 of these things. It's like, what?
Yeah. So I'm actually right now I'm just overcasting, so I'm casting for next year, so I have extra. They're in a shop called Motive Art Academy. It's in South Center Mall.
Mode of Art Academy.
Yeah, Motive Art Academy. And I also do trinket dishes that have like little little dolphins or little what is it, octopus, and it's in a trinket dish, and then I make the water. I think this is. I don't know if I have the one up here. No, I don't. I usually have one here, but I have trinket dishes that have like fish going up, and you can see the water going up.
Spectacular.
So I do even little guys, like this is a tiny guy. He's small. It's a little kitty cat astronaut. Very tiny.
So do you? I'd be curious as to what other astronauts you have, because I have this whole sort of spaceman fetish.
This is the only kitty.
Jess, would you call it a spaceman fetish?
That's the only
We
kitty cat.
encourage it.
Yeah, I would say that's a good.
Does fetish often imply something negative?
No,
No.
it could. No, I think it's like an interest or like a curiosity.
The kitties.
I'm just amazed
I
with
like
the
the kitties. They're
iridescence of
probably
those.
my favorite.
Wow. It's
They're
amazing.
just tiny. I have another astronaut. He's green. This is the other one.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Oh man, I'm learning about that.
He hasn't been trimmed yet, so I have to trim the
Amazing.
resin on the bottom.
It's like sterling silver.
Right, but it comes in a clay form.
Yeah, and then when you fire it, the binder burns out.
Right.
Cool.
So you can even use the molds with clay. You push the clay into the mold, and then you have to demold it. I don't think you can bake it in the silicone. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I like using resin because it's liquid. You can do anything with almost liquid.
Very cool.
Amazing.
There's a bunny. I have a bunny.
Oh,
Adorable. Adorable.
And then this one has a texture to it, so it feels rough.
Is this in our house?
Yeah.
that was in that bar.
We went in a bar.
No, sorry, cafe.
We went in a cafe.
Yeah, we're waiting for the one photos to be.
Oh, you're totally right.
Thanks for showing us all of that, Kelly.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kelly.
That is amazing. Wow.
Kitty cat.
Kelly, are you doing any Christmas? What are they called?
Markets?
Markets.
Market. One, December 13th, but it's at private. It's a private Christmas party,
Oh, nice.
so that should be fun.
What does that mean?
What, private?
Well, private Christmas party.
It's a furry one.
It's a
For the mascots.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's a Christmas party for them, and they have vendors there.
Cool.
I'm the only one that does all this stuff, so.
That's nice.
Amazing. That is some cool
You'll
stuff.
see me
Right there.
demolding. So there's going to be more demolding, so you'll see them on once I get these done. Because I have a couple more. I have some geckos to demold as well. I have a gecko on my. This is the gecko that I made.
Oh, that's fun.
And he hangs on the wall anyway. You can go sideways up. He's hanging up. I also did an alien. I have the alien as well. And I paint all these guys like individual.
Very nice.
I love the paint, the way it shimmers and stuff.
Mhm.
You can use this same paint on a painting. And I have done it as well.
Nice.
Amazing.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, Rich, I need to drop off here at the top of the hour, but Yeah, I would like to get together and do something in order to take a look at some Christmas present stuff.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get in touch
It's all in a book
either
now,
this
so
weekend or next weekend.
we
do you
can
think?
travel with the book.
Yeah, we can travel too.
If that's easier than come. The soup's pretty good. But even if you want to visit while we're getting some film developed, we could come by with art.
Yeah. Oh, all
No
right, yeah.
pressure.
I could maybe lure you with some more lamb.
Oh, you sure could. My friend killed a deer and gave us the deer meat, some of the deer meat, and this comes after going hunting with the same friend. And I love like animal meat, like flesh. Like I'm a barbarian, and I'm not much of a cowboy, but my family's. I'm 8th generation Albertan, so I definitely know what moose meat tastes like. And but I was really shocked at how much the deer tasted like lamb. Yeah.
Mm,
So
It's really-
amazing. All right. Well, let's
We'll plan.
we'll try and mesh something up here pretty
Yeah,
quick here.
for sure.
All right. Sounds good. Well,
Nice seeing you, Scott.
as always, everyone, make sure you keep the sunny side up. Have fun.
Take care. See you.
is there a sunny side song that you can sing later?
Yes,
What is it?
I will sing it to you.
Do you know the song?
Yeah,
What is it?
I'm not going to say it until I sing it to you.
Well, do I know it? Like, why did I think there's a sunny side? Is there a song you like that I'm trying to remember?
Yes.
What is it?
It's like
Is it a Sesame Street song or like a?
It's kind of like bluegrass.
Okay. Perfect. That's what I was craving.
Good.
Was like quickly whip off a spaceman. Oh, is there a Woody Guthrie song as well?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
Well, Carter Family is the one I was thinking.
that's
of.
exactly it. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was craving.
Nice.
Also, want to watch some Stanley Kubrick movies. Have you ever seen Clockwork Orange?
Not the whole thing. I started and then it was like, and then I stopped.
I don't like the thing where they get the eyes end open. That's outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah, isn't that right at the beginning? Because I feel like that's when I would have.
About as
turned it
far as
on.
you got? I don't know, yeah. Did you ever see any of the Saw movies?
No,
Not even a little?
no. I feel like life is painful enough. I don't need that.
Yeah, that's fair. Look at A Brand New Stain.
It's so
I
beautiful.
wonder why. I think what happened, this is what I think happened with the stains, is this had a finish that was like stain resistant. Then I think we started using the rubbing alcohol to get it super clean, and then I think we took the finish off, and now it's holding on to color. I don't mind it. I don't mind the whole table becoming eventually blue.
I like the swishiness of the blue stains. Like,
You're very good to me, allowing me to ruin the table like this.
it's not ruining. You're
Kind
making
of.
beautiful artwork.
It kind of, one thing I like about the stains on the table is it makes me feel like we're at that diner on the way to Vancouver in Golden. No, not Golden. Is it Golden?
It's like kind of by Golden. I think.
Yeah, I think it is Golden.
Yeah, it is. It's like on the outside of the town.
Yeah. It's like the destination spot you get to. You get out and you scrape the snow off the headlights, and then you go have a burger at the diner, and then you just grind home. I had such a bad experience driving through those mountains at one time.
Would you guys want any jellyfish or octopus or anything for your wall?
Let's see.
We just don't have any space on our.
Do you have any glow in the dark ones?
I can make one.
Okay, don't make one right away. But if you do make glow in the dark ones, let me know. I'll take a peek.
Or what would you want? Jellyfish or seahorse?
The octopus or the jellyfish?
What's that face there? Is that yours?
Oh, that's mine. That's
Kelly, have you ever tried making your own molds?
Yes, that is my own mold right over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably rather a mold that you made yourself than one.
Oh yeah. Well, like this is the cast of my head.
That's cool.
Do you use what's the plastic and the resin you use?
The plastic in the resin?
Okay.
The mold, you mean?
Latex. What's the latex you use? What's the brand you use?
It's a no-name brand, I think.
Like Smooth On?
Smooth On, yeah. This stuff is actually this is different. This is Magic Sculpt. The other one over there, the other one in the other area is foam putty made by
Can you
Smooth
make
On.
molds out of Magic Sculpt?
You can. Yep. I could mold this.
I went through a short Smooth On phase when I first opened Gorilla House, and made an action figure of myself. Got some hands and some body parts laying around for future experiments that
I could give you some foam putty, but it's a mix. You put A and B together, and then the work time is 45 minutes,
Oh yeah.
and then it dries hard as a rock. But you can sand it and stuff, and you can paint it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an idea too.
I'm kind of intrigued about a full glow in the dark something.
Full glow in the dark. So you like sea animals, or do you like fishies, or?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Maybe. What do you think about you and I collaborating on a resin?
Sure.
How about this? I'll help you make something like kind of unique, and you can keep it and sell it. What do you like? Think of that idea?
Sure.
I'd be
Yeah.
interested in seeing something I've made reproduced in resin, and in exchange, you could have the product.
I could sell it at my booth, and you guys can have the money.
No, you have the money, or keep it.
Okay.
But there was something I remember I was making, and I really wanted to see it in resin. And I remember thinking I was going to commission you to make something that I was working on into resin. I can't remember what it was.
You're saying your hands or something?
No. I think it was just a sculpture I was working on. I thought, oh, I'd love to see this. But I sort of feel like there was something I wanted that needed to be in resin for some reason. Like maybe it was a part something. I can't remember.
Well, what do you
I
remember?
had a specific purpose in mind, and I needed the thing I was working on to be translucent. But it's not coming to me why. It wasn't a bike part, it was an art piece for sure. I just don't remember.
One of my new molds is a cat Buddha.
Yeah.
It's a big,
Mickey.
so I have that one, and then I have these little fishies. These are cute.
Oh.
I put them in my trinket dishes.
Yeah.
Ew.
Hello, Nick.
They're tiny. They're only this big.
Ew.
Bless you.
Nikki, are you there?
How are you doing?
Hi.
Okay, I have a funny story to tell you, but I might have already started telling you this.
Oh,
Did I tell you that I wasn't going to write anymore?
what? No, you didn't.
Oh, I had a meeting with my publisher in the summer. She wanted to know what I had in mind for writing, and I was like, kind of don't really feel like doing it anymore. And she's like, said the same thing about publishing, is that she was getting a lot of like manuscripts that looked like they came out of ChatGPT. And I was finding that I was going to the bookstore and specifically checking to see if the books I was interested in were published before 2023, just so that I could be sure that they were written by a human. And at the beginning of the teacher strike, Lori phoned me up. She's like, I got one more book for you. And I was like, I don't know. And then she's like, I need a book for 13-year-old boys that isn't cringe. And I was like, oh, that's actually sounds like a pretty good plan.
Yeah.
So I wrote my last book. It's called The Silent Reader. It's about a kid who loves to read, but he's also kind of a shithead. And he reads school, but it's like his dirty secret that he likes to read. And his bike gets ripped off because Lori asked me to make a mystery.
Ooh.
And he kind of like floats his way to finding his bike while he's thinking about the books and he's getting bullied and there's a cute girl and all that stuff. And he might be like me, kind of just on the edge of the spectrum. So it's 100 and something pages. And Felix said he'd like to try and voice it if we do an audiobook. And if that ends up feeling like a lot of work for him, there's a few characters if you want to do some more voices.
I would love to.
Okay.
You know, I love to hear my own voice. So,
Well, it'd be neat to reunite the cast. A really astute reader might wonder if the Silent Reader is the child prequel to the River Troll, but it's not intentionally written that way.
Or
It's
not
just
exclusively, but that's kind of, it's so interesting.
it's there.
that's cool. I like that.
I think Lori specifically gave me the direction, like, yeah, maybe this time it's not about you. I'm like, maybe. No. But it's always going to be about me because that's where I see from. And actually, Steve Earle said the same thing about, he's like, I was writing all these songs for these girls, and the truth is they're all about me. But yeah, first of all, I'd love you to read it.
I would love to.
I think by far it's my best work. I think it's better than my art and my other books. But I've also noticed that some of my academic friends haven't really like been like the people that are a little bit feral have really
And
liked
like you
it so
said,
far.
maybe like around kids all the time, and like
Yeah.
they love it.
Yeah.
And then people who are separate from kids maybe a little bit.
Like my librarian at work is my best reader. She will like, she's so good at like reading and responding, but I think like she kind of tuned out right away. So I think it really is a book for 13-year-old boys and maybe like survivors
That's
of
nice.
13-year-old boys.
Survivor.
People
If you
who have
were one,
survived.
or
I
you
like
have-
that.
Yeah, or you had to be
That
raised.
should be that needs to be in the front of your book.
Dedicated to 13-year-old boys and people who have survived 13-year-old boys.
Yeah.
I think that's the genius. Oh,
Okay.
I would be absolutely honored to read it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a copy right away,
I love this.
and
I'd
then
be thrilled.
yeah, we'll see. Like, to what extent do you think you might want to narrate if it comes? Like, so let's say if
Well,
Felix.
let her read it, and then maybe she gets some ideas when
Yeah.
she's reading.
Yeah. Rich, I told you I like to hear my own voice.
Well, it's kind of fun having an audiobook too, right? Like, is that just me or like, because I know
Totally.
Felix comes up alphabetically before I do on my own book. So
I know. I like to just log into Audible and show people that I have my own credit on Audible as the reader.
I love that.
that's cool. I was
It's so cool.
talking to a kid about like just toning it down. This is the worst. Like I have this one class where I'm like, it's a tech class, like a CTS class. And so it's based on the design cycle: investigate, plan, create, and evaluate, and basically let the kids do whatever they want to do so long as they stick to the
follow.
design cycle.
Yeah.
But it
Cool.
really requires all my effort to give them a little bit of instruction and then stand back and let them explore. And this one kid that was like kind of hanging around the hallways too much, skipping all his classes, I pulled him in and I gave him like a talking to about humility and just not getting caught up in the scene. And sometimes we build these personas and we get kind of sucked into who everybody thinks we are. And he was kind of like listening, but also there's a look on his face like, what the hell? And as he left, I realized on my computer screen, I just Googled myself because I do that every now and then to see if I'm like, if there's a death threat on me or something. But there's a page of my like, yeah. So like, it was pretty funny that I'm giving him a lecture about his ego and I'm also Googling myself.
You're Googling yourself. I like that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to tell you that the other day at work, the new science consultant, his desk is next to mine. And I was like, we were both just working. And then I'm like, why do I hear Rich's voice?
Oh,
And I turn around and he's got your TED talk up because it was in one of Maria's like PD sessions in one of her PowerPoints.
yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing with Rich's video? And he was like, you know this guy? This is brilliant. And I was like, oh, I know this guy.
That's so cute. I love that.
If you only knew how badly I needed to hear that today.
Good. Oh, and look at this. Here, this is my face, but can I flip it?
Yeah.
Wait. Here's our little bookshelf.
Lovely.
Oh, the original. That's from the original book.
I'm going to give you the original cover of
Ooh.
the new book for doing some reading.
Oh, I would love to do reading, and I just love your work, and I love you guys. So,
It's
nothing but
so,
love.
so exciting. As he was writing it, he'd like get a section done and he'd read it to me. I'd just be like bawling because it's so beautiful. And it's just like,
Aww.
and I was just trying to capture like writing down like that experience of like being around someone who is so creative and like you're just pouring and it just comes out in like a 20-minute blurt. And then you read it to me or I read it to you. And it's just like, you're so full of emotion. Like it's so full and
Stop it.
it's so good.
See? Look at all this tire pumping, Rich.
It's good.
Got
It's
this.
tough. It hurts. You know what? And the book cover, I did the book cover about 5 times because I thought, okay, I should paint this. But I'm like, you know what? I don't want to rush a painting. So I'm going to illustrate it. And I was illustrating it. And I thought, there's elements about this that are clean enough that it looks like somebody just popped it into some AI. And then so as I fought to Photoshop it to make it more and more unique, it started looking more and more AI. And then I actually, because the kid in the original book cover had a backpack that he was swinging at the bully. And that was kind of like the idea. It doesn't end this way, but you get the feeling like he's going to knock the bully out with his backpack full of books.
Yeah.
And just for spoiler alert, he doesn't, but like, it was the setup I was building to kind of like, maybe he,
At the beginning.
yeah, maybe the crutch of the story is he just knocks the bad kid out with a backpack full of books, which comes from a real life story. And this is like one of those mental breakdown moments I had in life where I was downtown and the wrong guy just randomly picked me out of a crowd and wanted to have a fight. And I remember I was sitting and having a pizza. I was out with about 5 friends from work. I was loaded and I was having a pizza at the Wicked Wedge. And this guy comes up and he sticks his fist in my face. He goes, buy me a piece of pizza. And I was like, what is this guy saying? Like I was just plastered. And then I looked at him and I thought, nah, I can take this guy. And then as soon as I thought that, he changed his tone. But he had like a Spike, what are we doing, Spike? He had this like kind of like, he had a hype man. And his hype man's like, yo, man, he just got out of jail. You're dead, man. And I was just like, I'm not buying you pizza, man. Like, forget it. And then so he left. And maybe because I was so plastered, he registered that I wasn't scared, and he just thought it'd be more fun to beat the crap out of somebody who's scared. And then when I got to the corner, I saw him tuning like 12 guys. Like he was just straight out of prison and prison hungry. And I'm not like a weakling, but I'm also not prison tough, right? So I was like, oh, I probably dodged a bullet there. And I was kind of relieved that I'd sort of like weaseled my way out of that situation. I ended up a few months later, he was kind of hanging around downtown quite a bit. And my work friends were again going to this meeting. And as we rounded around the 17th Avenue McDonald, he was sitting with kind of a delicate looking homeless guy. And the homeless guy's like, hey man, do you have any money? I was like, sorry, dude, I don't have any. And I look up and it's the same guy's like, give him some money. Like, whoa, man, chill out a little bit. And then I kind of forgot about that. And I went to work, finished my day. And when I drove home that day, I went out of my way to drive past the
Corner?
McDonald's on 17th Avenue, and I saw him sitting on the same wall, and a lady in a short skirt and kind of a blazer was walking by, and he grabbed her by the arm and was harassing her about something, and I just snapped. And I lived on 12th Avenue and like First Street Southeast I lived over by the Stampede in the one building that didn't get torn down. It was an old brownstone and there's bricks falling out of the walls all over the place. And I remember I went into like this coma almost where I went home, I got out of my car, I walked into the house, I took my wallet out of my pocket and threw it on the bed. I pulled a brick out of the wall. I grabbed my old backpack, which I was prepared to just swing and leave behind, and I put a backpack in my a brick in my backpack, and I walked back to McDonald's, thinking, "Let's just see what happens." And it wasn't until after I passed the McDonald's and he wasn't there anymore that I realized, like, what the hell am I doing, walking around with a brick in the backpack? But that's kind of like the breaking point that the kid in my book gets to as well.
I like that a lot. I'm very excited to read this now. You've made my day.
The silent reader. Oh, also, the premise of my book is this sort of like a soft pitch of all your favorite novels.
Oh.
So I've only got a handful in there. Like I've got Moby Dick. I want to put, this is a little like, I want to put a juxtaposition of Ayn Rand and also Margaret Atwood, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there's a conversation where he's having with his friend Paul, who also reads, and I haven't put it into the book, but I want to add to it. Paul's like, "What are you reading?" Because these are the only two kids that read, and it's kind of their dirty secret. And he's like, "I'm reading Ayn Rand," and Paul goes, "Oh, she's a fascist." And then the main character's name is temporarily Bill, but I'll probably change it. And Bill's like, "Yeah, I just like the way she puts words together." So I'm trying to create this idea that all the books, whether they're like fascist books or not fascist books or things you approve of or don't approve of, are kind of outside of this kid's bubble, that he's just loves reading. Yeah. But if you think of any books that should be in there, let me know. Yeah. I'll add them in because I want it to be kind of an anthology of book recommendations as well.
Put like a list at the end of like referencing all of the books referenced.
Yeah.
Referencing the reference.
Cool. That's a great idea. I love it. I'm excited. You're always an inspiration, Rich.
Thank you.
Here, I'm going to show you this.
What I thought you were going to say before was when you said you were talking to the science consultant and you heard my voice. One of my friends is Sean Marchetto. He used to work at the gallery. He's my old VP. And he used to be the science consultant. And I often harass him on the way home from work about science questions. Like, okay, so if the sun's on fire and there's no air in space, how does that work? And like...
No,
that's not a very good example of that question because the answer is nuclear fusion and it doesn't need it. But, I do sort of like throw some of my like random science questions at him and try and make them. How about this? If we're 286 billion light years away from the center of the universe and the universe is only 13 billion years old, how did we get here before light did?
See, these questions hurt my brain extensively.
Yeah. Well, they especially hurt Sean's brain because he's the ex-science consultant.
I do ask Dwayne questions like that sometimes. I come in and I'm like, I just don't understand how the mirror effect on a selfie works.
Yeah, right?
Okay, you have to see this. So in my frame of your picture,
yeah,
in the back, I have the original.
Oh, that's funny.
That's cute. That's good layers.
Fun.
Can you hold that closer to the camera? Can I put it on the big screen?
Yeah.
See it? Because I went to a meeting last year with a fellow that looked just like that.
Did you? Is he lying upstairs right now?
That's so fun.
Can I tell you something else? And
Yeah.
you'll think I'm bullshitting you. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're online. I went to a CT meeting last year, and I was sitting across this kind of wild guy with that hair, and I think like a heavy metal T-shirt or something. And I sat down like, I know that guy from somewhere. Where the hell do I know that guy from? And then he mentioned that he knew you, and I thought, dude, like I drew you twice apparently.
There's no way he was wearing a heavy metal t-shirt.
Yeah, it was
But-
like
but-
it was Judas Priest or might have been Led Zeppelin.
Was it this guy?
Yeah.
No way.
What do you have a
Dude.
heavy metal T-shirt that you wore to that meeting last year?
There's no way Nick has a heavy metal t-shirt. I don't know if he's listened to an entire heavy metal song in his life.
That's really funny.
Unless I was singing it.
What kind of print T-shirt would you have had then?
Oh,
Black
man.
T-shirt with like skulls or something?
No. He might have been wearing like a Luca Fagale sweater.
Has he seen your drawing that you have?
He has, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a prophecy.
Eh,
You know the prophecy of Jessica? This is a funny one. Is Jess? I had a childhood image in my head of the person that I thought I would marry, and it wasn't like a fantasy or a belief or anything. It was just like a memory. It was like a distant memory, and these kind of unconventional. Like it was a kitchen, and it was her hair was in a bun, and she was wearing a black turtleneck sweater. Now I was going through a divorce, and when I met Jess, and I was also trying to figure my life out. And she was such an incredibly supportive friend. And we weren't thinking romantically about each other. But I think maybe what happened was this was kind of around the time that I think my divorce was set in stone. Jess and I had been friends for a while. She had been in an abusive relationship. We as a group kind of rescued her from this relationship. And then she was single and I was still sorting my life out, but it was like evident that I was headed down this path of like we were almost a year into this idea of divorce. And Jess started dating again because she broke up with her part. And I was just like a brother figure to her. So she brought in a date to the Gorilla House in the early days of the Gorilla House. And it irritated the out of everybody.
Oh.
And it was even funnier than that because she brought a date to the event and he was kind of this twerp. And it was November too. So he had a mustache that didn't suit him. And he was a golf pro. So she brings this golf pro to the gallery. And it wasn't bad that she was on a date, but he was just like sitting cross-legged on the floor next to her while she's painting. And all of her male friends were like, get this guy out of here. Like, this guy's not good enough. Ironically, there was a couple other fellas at the gallery that were madly in love with her. And they were kind of like really dogging her while she was on this date. And then I was outside and I saw this kind of vampire figure stroll into the gallery, just like feet floating across. And I go, I bet you that's her other date. And I never saw the guy's face, but we used to make these 5-minute films out of all the events. And so Aaron, who was shooting the films, who might have also been on the group of people that were irritated that she was on a date. None of us knew why we were bothered by it. It's like one of those teenage movies, like, why am I so angry that my friend did it? And so, wait, this story is going somewhere. But Aaron never caught the vampire, so all I see is these feet in this cloak floating around the room. But then this other fella that was in the gallery and part of our group that was also a little enamored with Jess, she positioned himself next to him to sort of like block the other fellas that were like floating around. And then at one point she had like 3 potential boyfriends circling her during the auction. And I'm evil because Aaron did a close-up on her when she was having this meltdown. She started doing like this, like
squirrel mode.
And I put that scene in slow motion and then zoomed in on the 3 in the video. So number 19 of the Gorilla House movies, you can watch it and it slows down to see Jess on a date with 3 guys at once. And
no, you can see my brain exploding.
Right. Now, it was around this time that I found myself very uncomfortable to realize it irritated me she was on a date because I'd never even slightly considered her that way. And then I had to question myself, like, why does this bother me? I should be happy. I'm a good friend. Why am I? Maybe he's just not good enough for her. And then I started to question whether my intentions were distractible. Yeah. And so I'd arranged to meet her and say, look, like I'm going through some big changes in my life, and I just really need to know that I'm making all the best decisions for me right now without any distractions. And I was going to ask her as a friend to kind of like not be my friend for a while, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't having any level of confusion in what I was processing, right?
Yeah.
And she met me at this park to go talk about it. She had no idea, like, hey, can you meet me? I want to talk to you about something. We met at this park. She shows up in a turtleneck with her hair in a bun. And I was like, nothing.
Oh, that's creepy.
I wasn't like smitten and like swept away by it, but I was like, that's a sign. That's like when we die, we have 38 seconds to memorize all the key points in your life. And that's why you have these reoccurring sort of loops where it's like, oh, there's this and that. And that's how you end up where you're going to end up. Maybe.
Now, was this before or after you farted in your classroom and she walked in?
I farted within the first week of knowing her.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I wasn't. The backstory to that for everybody else in the world is I wasn't allowed to fart in my previous life, and I also taught in a classroom with no privacy. There was no like office or anything, and I also rode my bike to work, so I couldn't fart on the way to work. I couldn't fart in the house I lived in. And I could only fart in my classroom during my prep if there's nobody else around. And so Jess shows up at my school. The VP and the principal are like, this is Jessica. They're introducing her around the school. Like, our number's up. We have a new teacher. We didn't know where we're going to put her yet. And she goes, I love the art room. I went to ACAD. And I slammed the door in all three of their faces and said, everybody went to ACAD. And then so she was always hanging out at the art room. And one day she walks in and I just let one rip. And she opens the door and comes and sit down. I'm like, dude, you got to go. She's like, why are you so mean to me? I'm like, no, you don't understand. I just farted. She's like, I can't smell anything. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit
I love
much.
that one.
But I was like, I remember thinking in a different time, in a different place, she'd be like the perfect lady.
Well, and she was.
There you go.
Yeah. And then she bought me a
It's
motorcycle.
just like a year too early. There you go.
Yeah, just a year too early. When my last relationship ended, I texted Rich and I was like, your picture was wrong, Rich. But I guess it wasn't.
You were just
totally
finding
wasn't.
the perfect match. for
No,
me.
The
and
last one didn't meet the picture specs quite perfectly enough.
Exactly.
This one does.
yeah, I know. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And there might have been times in my life where I was going to break up with a girl and she showed up in a black turtleneck. And I'm like, if she had her hair in a bun, that would be a sign. But Jeff, right now, part of that image is there's turtleneck, hair in the bun, and a kitchen with an island and hanging pots and pans. And I don't know where that comes from. But at some point in my life, we'll probably be looking at apartments or houses or something. And if there's a
And
kitchen,
you'll find that.
yeah, well, like,
With
we
an
got to get
island.
this one.
This
yeah.
is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be our signal.
I can't wait.
I kind of also remember a spiral staircase and hopefully a fireplace.
Ooh, la la.
Yeah.
Sounds spiral staircase. You're in
Like
for a fancy
after
place.
the apocalypse, we'll find a home like that, and that
Yeah.
will be our life.
I'm planning
When
to,
we're all looting through this.
Yeah. I'm like, this
I'm
is it.
planning to be ruthless in the apocalypse.
And we're gonna get that spiral staircase. and
My
the
whole
fire-
plan is like I'll just
can't
go
wait.
on villain, and then people will say, "I knew Rich before the shit went down. He used to be a good man."
I love this.
It's a
I
good
love
fun.
this.
It's a good fun.
Well, and I went to high school with Jess, so it's like you brought me back to someone that I thought was super cool in high school.
There you go. That's so fun. I like all the circles.
Oh,
It's so fun.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. I think I have to go.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go.
yeah, we're
too.
gonna go too. It was really nice seeing you, Nikki.
Nice seeing you guys.
Send you a
I'm-
copy of the book, okay?
Okay, I can't wait. And let's maybe hang out or something one day.
It's about I got a bunch of paintings I need to find homes for too. So come by and we'll do soup.
Ooh, love it.
We're having
Okay.
like little soup gallery shows in the apartment.
I love this. Soup, love, paintings, love. Done.
Cool.
Yay.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, Kelly. Good night, me.
No, it's okay.
No, I took the
Oh,
one
you
left.
undid it? Oh.
No, I just pulled you out. Hold on.
There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side we also may view.
Let her rip.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way. If you keep on the sunny side of life.
I was just checking the screen if it's like on the camera or the
Oh.
computer.
The storm and its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storms will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way. If we'll keep